Question marks persist, and quite often I feel like I'm overacting. Yeah, I'm quite often feeling, I don't know, like I'm repeating myself. On my YouTube channel, I have way over 1,000 videos, and I've got way over 1,000 posts on Instagram, and I look to serendipity to bring me something a little bit new. I mean, the themes that I do on here are generally the same. And sometimes, even when I do my comic characters, they do send their love and say, thanks, but we said our piece a long time ago, and call casting to get some new characters. Casting! I need some new characters! When I yell at that, I'm looking at a Chinese teapot who acts as my casting director. In other words, there is no casting director in a human form. I would have to put on a casting director outfit and come on here and say, "Hello, my name is Joanne Slater." I think that's her name. She's the casting director, or at least she was, in Los Angeles, mother of actor Christian Slater. Mary Jo or Mary Beth? Kind of sounds like she's from Iowa or something. But no, I have thought about getting wigs. I was going to try and figure it out, and walking around a used clothing store, I haven't seen any wigs. But wigs are so out of style. They were very popular in the 1970s, but to try and find a used wig so that I can go and come out and drag, I really want to do it. I just haven't found a wig. And I'm sure I could borrow someone's bright red lipstick, and you know, doing your eyes and everything else to be like RuPaul. No, it's mostly just to give you the impression that I'm a female character. I can do female characters, and God knows I have been dressed up by professional drag queens at Halloween, and I was a hot, sexy bitch. Believe it or not. No, it wasn't Ludmilla. Ludmilla is another female character that I do. The Halloween character was a professional whore, and her name was I Screw for Tips. In other words, she would give you a roll in the hay for free, but she'd look at you and say, "Well, wasn't it good enough?" And she was expecting you to fork over $500 as the tip, and if not, she was going to pull out her steel nail file and put on her version of the OJ's famous song from the 1970s, "The Backstabbers." In critiquing karaoke, I have not done the Backstabbers in a very long time. And the problem is, when you're at karaoke, you only get so many songs. And a lot of times with Marvin the Martian and others, we double up. In other words, on your turn, I'll sing with you. And on my turn, you'll sing with me. So we can kind of squeeze in a few extra songs. But it's not, it's not the Tyler Mackey 4-hour karaoke show. And if it was, I'd have to step up my game a little bit, because usually after 3 songs, I want to take a little bathroom break, because I do have to keep my hydration. That's one thing I want to emphasize. Whether you believe in Earth ascension and higher frequencies coming onto the planet and people awaking, 1111 phenomenon, in other words, when you glance over at the clock, you see 1111 quite frequently, and 333 or 444 and 555, so much that you wonder, well, I know I've got a very good internal clock, and and if my set my alarm to 7 a.m. to wake up, I quite often will wake up at 2 minutes to 7 a.m. to turn it off before it goes off. So, I mean, it could be just, programming your mind to see 11:11. But anyway, if you believe in this, Earth ascension, in other words, moving from 3D to the fifth dimension, like the song The Age of Aquarius by the group The Fifth Dimension that was put out in about 1969 or so, the Summer of Love, as they called it. You must stay hydrated, and people do not drink enough water. They sure drink a lot of alcohol, and it's very drying. They drink quite a bit of coffee, and coffee, despite it being water-based, people tend to feel it's diuretic. In other words, you're drinking liquid, but it's not good liquid. It's better than nothing, but it does tend to make you feel dry. So you need to drink a lot of water. And if you buy a big bottle of lemon juice, this is really the best lemon juice I have available where I live. The Real Lemon. This is a very large bottle. And in the old days, they used to serve it with this flip top, which makes it very easy. You can just tip it over, and it's easy to flip the top back and forth. So I put in a good jet of this into my famous yellow sippy cup and fill it with tap water. The codicil to this is that Real Lemon stopped using flip tops, and they went back to a screw top, which is just more hassle because, I'm in and out of the fridge grabbing this. I can't even tell you how many times, maybe a dozen times a day. And the flip top's handy. So I took the flip top from the last one that was available before they switched to old-fashioned, just regular bottle tops. And I just keep putting this plastic top on. So now they've gone to this style of cap, which is a screw-on, screw-off, which means you have to use two hands to open it, where the other one, you just flip it with your finger and dump and pour and put it back. And then I wrote the company, Real Lemon, and I said, as a marketing thing, this was a good sales pitch. This thing that you just flip it up with your finger, and then, there's the top, and you just pour it. This was really great. Why have you regressed to an old-fashioned screw top? Real Lemon, which is made, I'm going to guess it's owned by Coca-Cola. I don't know if it says. It's Canada Dry and Mott's, which is Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Mott's Clamato for making Bloody Caesars. So maybe it's not Coca-Cola. I could look it up. But anyway, they're a very large company that makes this stuff. And despite my taking the time to write them and say, I wish you would reconsider and, bring these flip-top things back, I didn't even get an email response. Not even a response to my suggestion that they go back to what was a very good system. And this is, I don't know, I throw up my hands and I say, I was going to swear again, and I've been swearing quite a bit at corporations, because just like governments, because I send emails in, I've sent in emails to heads of local, state, and national governments. And it is very, very rare that I even get the courtesy of someone sending me something back saying, thank you for your submission. It's like nothing, no acknowledgement. And it's not just them, it is, generally speaking, no. Let's say more than, well, let's go with 90% of people, when I send them things, ignore them. 90% of people ignore things I send them. Like not even, a thumbs up, or, the next time I see them in person saying, thank you for sending me, whatever it was. And, I saw it, or a lot of times I follow up on sometimes a funny item. And I said, was it funny? Question mark. 97% of people, even when I have a follow-up, was it funny, after I send them a funny joke, ignore me. Now, Don Miguel Ruiz, the spiritual teacher from Central America, Mexico or something, put out the book, The Four Agreements. And the first agreement that you have, in order to keep your sanity, the four agreements are nothing about other people. They're all about you and how to keep your sanity. The first agreement, I'm not sure the numbering system, but the one that I remember is, don't take things personally. So if 90+% of people out there ignore me, I don't take it personally, but I do check it off. I make what I call an incident report, and I don't write these incident reports down. They're like mental notes. I jot it down, mental note, and I've got about 2 million of these incident reports on human beings. So if I was going to go to, I don't know who would want to read my incident reports, but if you wanted to know what my experience on planet Earth is with humans, my incident reports are, humans are unbelievably self-absorbed and self-centered. They are the uber me generation. It's all about me, and they are oblivious to even other human beings. They walk around obliviated. So, what am I going to do about it is usually what someone says, and all I do is these little videos, and I can shout from the rooftops, wake up! Yesterday I was using the Osho Zen Tarot deck, and I pulled up the card. It was called Suppression. And it said, you've got so much stress built up. You need to go and either bash a pillow or go way out into the forest somewhere and scream at the top of your lungs for 10 minutes because you have to get that energy moving. So I guess that was, like a 4-second yell. I still got almost 10 minutes more yelling to do. But that was what Osho said, and that was what I had. Who's got suppression? It ain't me, babe. It ain't me. I don't suppress. I make incident reports that get filed away from mental notes, and my cosmic characters also make incident reports. And we look back at them and try to laugh. Sometimes we're just disgusted. And anyway, that's the story for today on the self-absorbed idiots parade of planet Earth and humanity as a whole. I am your trans-dimensional taxi driver.